right, ladies and gentlemen, I found myself an incredible guest. Not somebody I think we necessarily expected to talk to. A man with many, many achievements, some of which I'll list here in a second. But nevertheless, coming in on short notice for a dirty boxing match in the co-main event, a big spot across from K1 World Kickboxing World Champion, Ben Woolliss. Of course, he is none other than the 3-time All-American, 6-time American Ninja Warrior, 9-time boxing champion, and of course, how could I forget, the holder of 3 Guinness World Records. He is the USA Saiyan, Brendan Kelly. Brendan, how are you today, sir?
Man, I'm blessed. Thanks for having me on. I'm very excited about the next week and ready to show what I got.
Yeah, so I mean, you said it kind of right off the top there, right? Next week, you're coming in on what I would consider to be pretty significant short notice against a guy, a gamer, somebody like yourself who's no stranger to hybrid combat, if you will. So tell me first, how did this all come about? How'd you get involved? Who calls you? What they say? How do you get this opportunity?
So I've been in the fight game now for a good bit, and my buddy, the Wolf, he fights for Dirty Boxing, and I used to do Rough and Rowdy with him. I've kept in connection with him. I was doing pro boxing for Aiden Ross, and I was in contract with them. My contract's over with them. I've been looking to get more into dirty boxing or bare knuckle or something to that extent. And lo and behold, his opponent dropped out. They said, anybody got a guy at 145? Uh, uh, Wolf reached out to me. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. And so talked to AJ, the promoter, and he was like, this is the guy. I mean, he's a good guy. He's got a big following. I was like, all right, I don't care. Anybody at 145, I honestly feel that I'm the strongest, most dominant 145er in the game. So I don't care who you are. He's a great fighter. I'm not going to lie. He's very good. One thing I'm glad is it's just striking. I would not fight this dude in MMA or anything. I don't do the kicks or anything like that. But when it's just hands, I feel like I'm the best as it gets,
Yeah, so here with relatively short notice. I mean, I'm assuming you knew about this probably early this week. Is that fair to say?
2 days ago. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 days ago. So by the time fight night comes, this will be about 9 days notice or so.
Yeah.
What do you focus on? What do you put together in preparation? What do you do a camp? How many days is that camp? Do you need to cut weight? How much weight is that? I mean, what does all of that look like in your preparation over the next week or so?
Yeah, so the cool thing about me is I don't have camps. I stay fight ready. I don't understand people that do these camps where they want to get in shape, and they win, and then they go take all this time off, get out of shape, and I just stay fight ready. My goal is to fight. I like fighting once a month, once every other month, or like is the biggest gaps I like. I just stay ready. So when it comes to fighting and like getting an opponent, I don't care who my opponent is necessarily, because at the end of the day, the whole goal is it's who gets the other opponent to fight their game. And so I work on my game. I'm worried about me. My opponent can worry about himself. Like at the end of the day, if I execute my game, I'm going to win. And so what I've understood in the game to begin with is when you pressure people and make them uncomfortable, and if you have a high gas tank like I do, it doesn't fare well for most people because everyone likes to be in comfortable positions. So I'm just someone that constantly brings the fight. I'm not here to look pretty or anything like that. I'm here for war and to see who the most dominant man in the ring is.
So 2 great points you brought up there. The first of which related to your cardio. Of course, you hold one of the world records that you do hold is the fastest mile ran backwards. Of course, a feat that I think demonstrates tremendous cardio. Of course, and then to the second point you made about not necessarily being here to be pretty, although you do have what I would consider to be some of the best combination of a beard and mustache I've ever laid eyes on. And my understanding is, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you've won an award for that as well.
Correct. So I just started growing out the beard after World Championships. I was just rocking my mustache, and I won at the World Championships. I got third place for the best natural mustache. After that, this beard is just 6 months. Facial hair grows really well. Full of testosterone, all that good stuff, and so I had to grow my lion's mane out because I'm ready to roar. Tell everybody who I am.
Big spot, obviously, you slide right in there to a co-main event under Jessica Rose Clark taking on Paula Bittencourt for a Bantamweight World Championship, the inaugural. As we see these divisions fill out, right now we have a heavyweight championship. There'll be a bantamweight championship on January 30th. But a guy like you comes in across from a gamer like Ben Willis, of course. As you start to see what more 45ers go up there and put on good performances, is championship gold in dirty boxing something that you can see in your future?
Yeah, I mean anything. If I do it, I'm out there to prove that I'm the best. So I don't understand anybody doing anything if they're not going to give their best or try to become the top. What's the point of doing it? So I invest fully into whatever I commit myself to. I outgrind everybody. That's the reason why I've been able to break world records that most humans would perceive to be impossible. I purposely did that to show people I could do whatever I want as long because I'm willing to put in the effort that is required to get there. I've gotten to some pretty cool spots by just outworking everybody, and so I'm excited, man.
Is there anything in particular about this rule set that inspires you or attracts you? Obviously, striking with elbows. It's essentially boxing with elbows is kind of the way that they explain it. Of course, there's the spinning element of it, but and then the ability to finish to sort of follow your opponent to the ground to finish them within 5 seconds.
Yeah, so I love the rule set. Again, my fight style is a very more brawler, people would say, I guess. So again, I just like to overload people and put people in positions that they're not used to. And so when you have a dominant force pressing against you the whole time, most people break. And especially again, like I'm coming from fighting much bigger people because at brand risk, that no one would fight me that was my size. My last two fights were at 165. This will be my first time fighting at my real weight in a while, so I'm very excited about that again because like my entire life I trained to be faster and stronger than everyone that's significantly bigger than me. I was all American football. Like my pro day, I benched 225 15 times. People at 145 don't have the same um, skill or same attributes that I have to use. So I'm not going to let it be any kind of like sparring kind of style thing of where people like he wants to outpoint me or whatever. I'm gonna bring the war to him.
Obviously, you're known for quite a few things as we've talked about throughout this time, but one of those things, again, another world record is a backflip in the middle of a boxing fight. Can we expect anything special, so to speak, on that night if things
Um,
go your way?
in the future, for sure. I don't know per se if I'm going to do a flip in this fight because I just haven't practiced it as much as I should to do it. But I've been planning. I've been working on bringing it back. I was planning on doing it in my next boxing match. This one got sprung up on me, so I'm not going to say yes or no to this one, but it will be in the future, no matter what. Coming back in my next couple fights, I'll be flipping against somebody for sure.
I love it. I love it. Do you, you don't strike me as a tape watcher necessarily. It sounds like you kind of stay ready and you focus on doing what you can versus trying to neutralize some of what your opponent's going to do. But do you watch tape? Is part of the game plan here on short notice to see what Ben Willis is made of, what he's done in the past, and any of his fights?
I honestly haven't watched really anything other than just what a couple of his Instagram videos. Um, and he's a good striker. I've done that, and again, he's a really good kicker. So my whole thing is just fists, and it's just gonna be hands flying. When it comes to that part, I mean, I'm top level. So again, anybody at 145, I believe I'm the most dominant man in the game. So I want anybody who thinks they're the best or the top level because I'm here to prove that I am the best.
Now, obviously, you've done a lot of things in your career. Like you say, you've been a world champion in a lot of different things. You've broken records. You're known for things that the average person is not. A win in dirty boxing on short notice is obviously rewarding. But is there something specific that you hope to accomplish come January 30th in Houston in front of a live crowd? A particular way that you want to win. Do you want it to be dominant? Do you want to go the full 3 rounds and show that even on short notice you're there? Like, what's your goal here of how this fight will take place?
Yeah, my goal is just to put on a show like I always do. Again, I'm on every promotion, on every card. I'm literally almost fight of the night on every time I am. So it's just to bring my style, show people again. I'm trying to change a little bit of the fight game to where again people need to understand this is an entertainment business. People don't want to see you playing pity patting and stuff like that. They're here to see violence. They're here to see someone get knocked out. So the whole goal, I'm just bring war. I don't care if it goes the full time or knock. I don't plan knockouts. But I mean, the whole goal is to knock the man out. But he's a good fighter as well. So when you can three rounds of 3 minutes in boxing, it's hard as heck to knock somebody out. In this, it's I mean, you can get a clean shot and get somebody, but he's a good athlete, good fighter. So I'm expecting it to be a war. But at the end of the day, my punches hit a lot harder than any man my size. So I wouldn't surprise me at all if I sleep this man.
Awesome stuff to hear. And last one from me before I let you go. And again, really appreciate the time. If Ben Woolliss is tuning into this interview, he's looking at you right now. What is your message to him ahead of fight week?
All right, Ben, thanks for the shot. I really appreciate the opportunity. At the end of the day, don't overlook me, because if you overlook me, you'll be very, very sorry when I'm looking down at you on the ground.
I love it. Well, again, like I said, thanks so much for the time. An absolute pleasure. I look forward to seeing you, next week in Houston. If you've got any weight to cut weight safely, travel safe, and we look forward to seeing you there next week.
All right, brother. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate your time.